Hey, Coach. So glad you found the video. Couple things. First of all, make sure you subscribe and like. Second thing, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Let me show you how to put a roadmap and become a nationally ranked coach. I've done it for 30 plus years. Let me help you do that over at teachhoops.com. Let's head off to the video.
All right, welcome to high school hoops. Coach Cannon, how are you today?
I'm well.
I know we're doing this in summer, so this isn't going to go out till the fall. But I feel like I should be out mowing the lawn right now. But anyway, it's like at some point, I guess. I don't know. I hate mowing the lawn.
Yeah,
I used to like it.
well, I feel like at some point it can be calming, but at others it's tedious.
It's
And that
tedious, and it's like I
yeah,
don't put anything on my lawn because I have two dogs, so I refuse to put anything on it because it's the one place that I'm not going to put chemicals, fertilizer, anything on my lawn. So I'm always fighting it. Anyway, it's a
the,
stupid
the
stress thing.
the mowing I'm good with. It's kind of like the cleaning, the
Yeah,
edging,
yeah,
the weed whacking. It's like kind of like coaching. I
I
don't
know. So now I got a kid that comes and does it. He you gotta love entrepreneurs. So this kid is our whole neighborhood. He went and he charges $30 to do the lawn.
okay.
Takes me like an hour and 10, takes him 15 minutes because he bought a zero turn mower and he figured out he could do four lawns in an hour. And still it's like, okay, so he's making 100 and some bucks. It's
And
so
it's
smart.
easy for you.
And it's easy for me and it's
Makes
faster and I
financial
don't have to
sense.
worry
Yeah.
about it. I know. It's like, I mean, last year was like 2 years ago, it was $25. I told my wife, I said, I can't like, oh my God, I can make $25 in an hour. Like shit, I can't like I'll go for a walk with the dogs. But anyway.
No, no, no. We're on a tangent, but do you guys still have little kids that shovel the snow as well out there?
Yeah, but I have a huge snowblower. I love my snowblower.
Okay.
Kids do that though. That is
It's
a
been it's been it's
huge
been it's
thing.
been dying out here. It's been dying.
Really? Because they'll
Yeah.
knock on the door. Can I shovel it? And
Not
it's like,
anymore.
I
Yeah.
know, I know. Even the lawnmower that, but in Wisconsin they call off school because it gets too cold. Like
Uh,
we had two cold days last year. It was like minus 40 wind chill.
yeah. We brave it out. We're toughing
I
through.
know, yeah, they are in Jersey. They are. All right, so before we before we get it going, I want to give a big shout out to our two sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the number one shooting machine on the market. I don't know if coaches have ever listened to the podcast, but I think my record is 27 seconds on breakdown and setup. So I know it's great, great drills. They are so innovative. Mention high school hoops, mention Coach Collins, and they will give you $450 off. And then also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It is the one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It is crazy. I spent a mooka bucks on updating the website, and it by the time this goes out, the website better be done. Anyway, let me know if you ever have any questions about that or the website. I can let you bounce around a little bit. But anyway, all right. So today's topic is wasted drills. Interesting. So before we jump into that topic, let's talk about the topic of drills. That is almost a taboo word right now. What's your thought on that first?
Oh.
Everyone doesn't think you should drill at all. And I,
I, I I mean everything's becoming short side games and in play. I even see that during my AAU practices that I do. Um, a lot of the coaches just let them play, and then as they play, you step in and you do the problem with that. I think from a high school perspective is you're going to realize that you're not good at certain things and you're lacking in certain aspects as a team.
I think it's an I think it's a click. It's a look at me. It's innovative. I get it. And trust me, someone who's taught 35 years. The realistic part of this is what drives me bonkers is like you see this and the science behind it. I don't disagree that yes, but I have to get ready for like, North Carolina's getting ready to play Duke. They're not doing small sided games. They're working on specific skill sets.
Yeah, like we need to close out on shooters, and we need to know.
Or we need to know so and so, and some of it's scouting. I get that, but some of it is like, it's a limited amount of that's where I think it's not tab. It's kind of like fundamentals and basics. Like you can't do calculus if you can't do algebra. Yes, would I like them to learn specific skills in a game base? Yes. Do I do that during a practice? Yes, but I do have to drill some things. And I think this whole like writer, it's like, anyway. So that's why
I feel like you're talking about the influencers that are running out with broomsticks, and then they're having a dodgeball thrown at them.
No,
Yeah,
it's like they're only
yeah.
saying you should do only game-based learning. And it's like, well, no, I don't have. I mean, I got to work on how we're going to defend out of bounds play number 3 against this team, or they're going to dunk on us. So I'm sorry, I don't. I have a limited amount of time in my 2-hour practice to do that.
And 2 hours is the beginning of the season. I mean, towards the end of the season, you're at like I don't know where you were at, but we're at an hour 20.
I know,
hour
and I don't want to, and I just wanted to throw that out because it just drives me freaking bonkers that it's like these are, and a lot of these guys aren't coaching, like they don't actually have teams, and they're not like going 5 days and have 2 games. They play Tuesday. Oh wait, there was snow day on Thursday, so now the game is on Wednesday, so we have no time for prep. It's like, anyway, drill is not a taboo word, just like doing, you had to learn your multiplication tables at some point to multiply. You had to memorize them. You had to drill at some point.
Yeah, unless they change the math curriculum again.
Yeah, I ain't that. Well, don't give, that's a whole different podcast. Trust me. But no, I mean, I'm sounding like an old fart. Get off my porch, but I'm not. I do all that stuff, but I also know that I have to drill things if we're going to get good at it. And yes,
I mean,
it leads into the wasted drills. Yes. Do I need to spend 5 days a week doing 5-on-0 shell drill stuff? No, I don't. But sometimes I have to show them the right position when we're playing man to man. Sometimes I have to do a shell drill because they literally don't know where their position should be. Should I do it more than at 35 seconds or a minute and a half? Probably not, and I don't. But they need to know the basics first, or they're not gonna, or it's gonna take me 17 times longer for them to eventually learn where they need to be on the help side. I don't know. So that's one of mine.
What kills me is you're sitting there in middle of January, and we're doing foot fires, and we're doing slides, or
we're doing that. I agree.
Come on, I mean, what are we doing at that point?
We're filling space. We're filling space, and that's a horrible.
That's really what it is. And I feel as a younger coach, there's probably a lot more of that happens.
Right.
Where you're just like, I got to get 2 hours in.
It's 3-man weave. Do you need to do 3-man weave? Do you ever do it in a game? No. Okay. It's not a great drill.
Maybe throw it out there for 5 minutes at the beginning to get the legs warm.
So, but I'll tell you something that we do. We do 5-man weave, and then everything else is conversion after that. So it's just a way to get into the drill. It's a little passing. Is it really helping us? No, but it's 37 seconds. From them to go from 5-on-0 to 3-on-2 to 2-on-2. We do it as a progression till eventually it's 1-on-1 full court. So again, got to be a little creative. I think the issue with drilling is people aren't creative. Like, yes, we do a lot of 2-on-2 stuff, but I'll do constraints that I need to work on for that week. So I'm doing 2-on-2, and it's like, all right, we're pushing baseline, and we got to try to double, whatever it is.
Or we're going to give this guy an advantage that's 2-on-1 for a second, and then we got
right. Or we're going to double. We're doing something 3-on-2, but we're going to double because they got going back to last week's, they got a stud, and we got to take care of them. Yep. So maybe we're going to double him every time he gets the ball. We're working on that. Yes, Anyway,
I mean, really, what this came down to was, at least for me, was, for example, rebounding. I mean, that to me,
right?
You can't drill that. That's just I got to go want the ball. Like you watch a guy like Dennis Rodman. I don't think Dennis Rodman ever boxed out.
There's a little bit of drilling, and because we talk about hit, find, hit, get is what we
Locate
call
it. Yep. And then,
yep. So we call it find. So people are listening. Find, hit, get. So I talk about the arm. We do a little bit of that initially, but I think rebounding is, if you emphasize it, they will do it. And you also have to reward rebounding.
Yes.
You
Yes.
have to reward it somehow. In my program, if you get an offensive rebound, it's your ball. I said you can throw it to grandma in the third section. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. If you want to shoot it off balance with your eyes closed, go ahead, because you went and got an offensive rebound that we didn't have before. You can do whatever you
Yep.
want. So I reward that. I make a big deal of rebounding. I track rebounding, especially this year. It's going to be the first time I haven't had a center in 20 years. So we're going to have to crash the glass like it's no tomorrow. So but I agree. I think there's a few little war ones. Izzo has a good war one. There's some things that you can make aggressive. The problem is I'm always worried about somebody getting hurt in that.
And that's the rebounding one. It really gets me because, especially in a public school setting, if one guy rolls an ankle for 2 weeks, now I'm reaching into the bag at number 8, number 9 are starting to play, which, if you got
depending on the size of your school, it can be
exactly. Yeah. And we're at a smaller school. If we're going 8 and 9, we're in trouble.
You're in trouble. I love that. And I love the defensive slides. And I grew up doing full court one-on-one zigzags and stuff like that. Okay. There are ones that are stupid. Don't get me wrong. But there's, like you said, like there's these influences say never do the shell drill. Okay, I agree. It shouldn't be every day, but there's just things that I think you can't. Fundamentally, you got to know how to do it. Depending on what you're doing, maybe you never play man and you're only playing a 1-3-1. Then maybe you don't have to worry about that kind of position.
But then the drill changes because now 1-3-1, we're really working on that weak side guard,
the diagonal drop.
And maybe that's a good one. Now you're getting creative because now it's like, hey, I'm gonna have 2 guys. They're gonna be crashing. Ball goes up. You got to pick which one to box.
Right.
Giving them situational.
Right. But I think this is a great topic because it's like it's
as coaches, we're always worried about time. And I feel like I can look back on almost every season I've coached where I've said I wasted too much time doing this or doing this.
Yes.
And I feel like
sometimes you waste time on things that weren't a waste at the time, but they are because you threw it out because it didn't work. At least for me, I tried something. I spent 2 weeks on it and it didn't work. I'm not staying with it. So in my thing, it is a waste of time in retrospect. But no, I think that's the kicker for people listening is that is the fastest 2 hours of the entire day for me, no matter what I'm doing. Doesn't matter. I can be watching the best movie. It is literally like I look up and it's like, oh crap, we got to get out of here. It's like, because we have so many things that we need to get back. It's like I'm always, and that's why I love coaching. It's like it goes fast. It's like me out fishing or something. It's like, it's just I look and it's like, oh crap, I've been out here for 4 hours.
Yeah, and we share a gym. Next thing you know, the girls are warming up, and we're like, all right, we got
to go.
Yeah.
So I think all these people are saying all this stuff about small sided and drilling and stuff have not been coaching a team then it's different coaching your kids AAU team. It's different coaching a rec team. It's different. Like there's like, if I don't do what I need to do, well, I'm going to be unemployed. Like they're going to find another coach.
The
stands at 1,500
if your team rolls out there and you're unprepared because you've been doing 3-man weave,
right,
and now you're getting killed on pick and rolls because you don't know how to.
We don't know how to defend. We haven't talked about it, right? We haven't talked about it. So that's the thing is that time is, and it's at least for us, it's bing, bing, bing. It's not like we have 1 game a week. We're playing 2 games a week, sometimes 3 games a week.
We're at 3 now. Yeah, because they shortened
Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. It's like I got every second is like gold. So you're right. I think that's where mapping out that we can talk about that later, but mapping out the season and mapping out when you need to put stuff in is important. But we'll say that that's a whole different topic. It's
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Because you don't want to plan. I don't plan my whole school year out for teaching my stats class. I plan out 2 weeks. I can tell you what I'm going to do the first 2 weeks of school, but after that, it's like I don't know. I mean, I do know because I've done it for 30 years, but
you
I
don't know
know
what this next group knows.
Right. And I don't know, like, oh, crud, they don't know that. You got to circle back. Or, ooh, that lesson went really well. I can skip that and do this. It's like, otherwise, I'm wasting time. I used to plan out like a month, and it's like half the month got thrown out after. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Anything else? Rebounding is your biggest wasting drill.
Rebounding, because I really do feel like that's an effort thing, and it's kind of like a feel thing. And if we're drilling that and the kid doesn't have a feel for where the ball is going to go, what are we doing?
Right. And like you said, Dennis Rodman, anyway, there is a practice to that too. And there's a drilled part to that because there is a sense of reading the ball off the rim.
Well, that's what he used to talk about, with that he knew, judging on where the shot was coming from, where the ball might go. So maybe that is kind of but that's more of a mental thing than a drill.
And it's also, he just repped it. He had people coming into the gym and that's all he did. I know. So that's an interesting drill. I got to think about that. Like, how could I drill? Like, we got 6 baskets. How could we, quote unquote, drill rebounding for 3 minutes? So they get, if you do 3 minutes for a month, will they get a better sense of, I'm going to play with that this summer.
I'm thinking maybe shooters in different spots and they move.
Yeah, and then they get a sense.
And the ball can't hit
the problem is you got all these variables. You have the shooter in a different position, but then you need the rebounder isn't necessarily going to be he needs to move to where is it going to fall. That's interesting. I'm going to
and the ball can't hit and the ball can't hit the floor.
And the ball can't hit. All right, coach, you gave me an idea to do in July. All right, I'm going to try it. All right, we'll try it. All right, bye.
Hey, coach, so glad you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. Actually, if you did, subscribe and like, and then go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.